All right, so Jenna, how did it go today? What'd you do?
It's done. I passed.
That's awesome. And it was just about like what, like 10, 12, 40. How many days total are we dealing with here?
So I started the course material about 2 Thursdays ago. So I guess 2 weeks in total, but I didn't do anything on my weekend. So you're probably looking about ten days total of studying.
All right, cool. And what did you know before you started PMP West?
Absolutely nothing. Like I had never looked at a book. I barely knew what a PMP was, like zero information going into it.
That sounds good to me. All right, so how did you get from zero to PMP in 10 days and a smile? How'd you do that?
Um, a lot of work. I mean,
Yeah.
following your videos, doing a ton of practice exams. So after kind of working my way through the action plans that you
Yeah.
set out and joining the live classes, I really just hit it hard on the practice quizzes. So like I was doing quizzes by knowledge area. If I found that I was weak in those areas, quizzes by practice or process group. I was doing practice quizzes like the 50, the 100 to like build up my stamina for it. So it was just
There you go.
questions upon questions upon questions to just see what the questions look like and then to identify the weaknesses. And then I would go back and look at the notes or rewatch videos to identify like where I needed to focus a little bit more.
That's awesome. Now you did it really, really well. We knew you were going to pass, even though you didn't know you were going to pass. Like, I don't think you believed me or whatever, but we knew you were going to pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not I don't know. I'm not super positive of a person. I try to like think
Oh,
realistically. I'm like, it could have this outcome. It could have this one. Let's just see how it goes. I've never done it before. So let's see and be hopeful. And it wound up being fine.
yeah, it's very pragmatic. As you look back, getting ready for the test, we did it quickly. You didn't know anything before. You said quizzes were a big help and going
Yep.
through those. But in addition, like coming in cold, what
Mhm.
was important or what worked for you as far as like learning? Like, were there parts of it that were like, I understand or what?
Um, so I'm big on visuals. So like anytime you had like a graph or a chart or something in your PowerPoint deck, like that really helped me because I like could picture it in my mind. I think learning things multiple times is also helpful because I would pick
Mhm.
up on things even if I didn't the first time. So
Yeah.
some of the information was repetitive, but I think that's good.
Mhm.
And I actually think so. I don't know if I was supposed to do this, but
All right.
I watched that whole case study thing about John
Mhm.
first. I didn't
Mhm.
like do it with the deep dive videos. And
Mhm.
I wasn't sure based on the action plan if I was supposed to work my whole way through it
It's all
first
right.
or not, but I did. And it actually really frustrated me because I like knowing things. And I was like, I don't know any of this.
Yeah, yeah.
But it really made me focus on the questions and the answers. And then every time something came up that I had never heard about before during the videos, I was like, oh, that was in that video. I know what they're talking about now. So it like
Yeah.
really forced me to pay attention to what I didn't know, which was pretty much everything while I went through all of the like lessons and the breakthrough or the deep dive videos and all that. So I don't know if I was
Well,
supposed to do that, but it
no,
actually
no,
really
that's
helped.
that's why you're supposed to do it, and that's the
Oh,
why
okay.
that's why I did it that way. And people who are very type A and analytical and stuff and expect
Me.
like, tell me something, give me the answer. I'm like, no, 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 no,
Yep.
that's not the way we play. Because that's exactly what you said. It
Yep.
threw you in there, gave you a situation, and then it was like, dude, I'm frustrated because I don't know stuff. So now the
Hmm.
competition in your brain was like, I'll beat this thing, I'll get the answers, and I'll
Yeah.
find it. So yeah, it tricked you.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
good.
I
Yeah,
mean, I was talking to some of the other people that we were doing it, like
yeah.
who are in like our little group, and we're all like, is this what we're supposed to do? This is really annoying me. Like, we're all like super type A. It like completely pissed us off, but it wound up working.
There
So,
we go. Yeah. So you're the first of like what we're gonna say 7 that's gonna go through. So
yeah.
I think this is gonna be a good trend. All right. So if there's, I
Thanks,
know you don't
so.
have a ton of time. You went through 10 days,
Hmm.
cold to passing. If there's anybody else out there, and I'm sure there are a lot, they're like, damn, I've been studying for 8 months or whatever. Or some people that are like, hey, I want to get it quickly. What are your, pearls of wisdom about how they could do it? Like, what could you teach them?
Hmm. Um, So if they haven't been using, your program, I don't know the other way to do it. So I can't really speak from their experience, but I will say that I am used to learning everything. Like I am that perfectionist person where I want to know all of the details. And I think what you did was really point out the big picture items and like the
Mhm.
high level concepts that you really need to know and how it all fits together. And getting that down, I think helps you fill in a lot of the details. So like, sure, I did get some questions on the exam that I did not know. Like there was one question on like backwards and forward pass, and you specifically said not to focus on that. And then I got a question on it and I was like, oh, I'm so annoyed. But, you know, one question out of 200, it was more important that I got the general concept on like scope and everything that goes into it. So, you know, the 50 questions or whatever that loosely deal with that, I understood more. So the big concept and like getting them down and seeing how it all interconnects, I think is key.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and if you want to go through forward and backward pass, there's plenty of videos there that I'll now tell you where they are, and you can go master that and take 4 days to study it. But if you want to get through in 10 days and you want to actually become a better project manager, we gotta focus on and the thing. So one last thing before I ask you, or I'll ask you two things. We did a lot of live questions. You did it on your own, but we also did them with me and you and the team. What was that experience like? Was it humbling? Was it helpful? What was it like going through with people?
I think it was really helpful. It was just interesting to see how people logic their ways through the questions, and it gave you insight into techniques that you may not have really used before. But I think the live questions were really, really helpful. I think that and the practice quizzes, like I said, were really all I was doing in the last couple of days, and they really helped. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So you work projects, you work with clients all the time. We've only been doing this for a little while, but we've covered a lot of content in depth. When you go back to client meetings in like 7 minutes and the rest of the days, will how you look at project management, or has how you look at project management shifted any?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, now that it's just the idea of having a process. I mean, before it was kind of just like, all right, this is what I think my best practices are, or what my colleagues do. Like it's worked in the past. Like I feel like I have some common sense, I can figure this out. But now there's like a logical proved process that you can follow, and that it's proven to work. And you know, everything's different. You have to tailor. But I mean, it's good to know that there are systems in place through the PMP that you can kind of use through your projects.
That's awesome. Well, Jenna, I really appreciate you jumping on the call with us. I'm really proud of you, and I think you did an amazing job. As you know, it's very obvious.
Yes. Very relieved. I can go on my vacation and enjoy myself now.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks again. I appreciate you jumping on, and you've proven that you can get through in 10 days and take the weekends off. So why not?
I know. I'm big on that mental break. I mean, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going hiking in nature and forgetting about anything related to work.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Good job again. See ya.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. See ya. Jenna did so amazing. I mean, PMP from 0 to passing with 5 above targets in 10 days. Pretty amazing, right? Now, how did she do it? She focused on the accelerator processes. She learned, you know, the way to look at things and reframing it. She focused on what we said was most important. And she did tons of work through hard questions with us to build her skills. Now, if you're out there and maybe you've taken a boot camp before and it's just not coming together, or you're on the fence and you're like, oh God, it changes in January. What am I going to do? Do I wait? Do I take it now? Maybe we can help you. I think we can. Helping a ton of people. We got like a 96.56, maybe a little higher because we got somebody taking the test right now, pass rate. So if you want to see if the accelerator is right for you, we let you in, we give you a trial, we put you into coaching calls, no obligation. The biggest thing is your learning style, does it match with the way we teach? If it does, we're full, strength behind you, and we'll get this done. So all you got to do to figure that out is, what does it say down below? Email me, Scott at PM Master Prep. Everybody gets into the accelerator, goes through me. That's the way it goes. So email me, Scott at PM Master Prep. Love to help you out. Talk to you soon. Let's get this PMP 10 days, maybe 15, who knows? Whatever works for you, we can help you. Scott at PM Master Prep. Talk to you soon. Bye.